case that all of us worked on from 2006. So skeletal remains were located in bushland in Victoria when a person was clearing a path for fire prevention. The full skeleton was there. It was associated with clothing, some personal effects, so things like a drink bottle, but also a noose. So it was apparent from the circumstances that this individual had chosen to take his own life, but there was no hypothesis about who this person was or, you know, why they were there. So that's where the kind of forensic anthropology comes into its own to develop that information. So the age, the sex, the ancestry. We work with the forensic odontologist, so the dentist looks at the teeth, and he actually had evidence of restoration, so fillings, so which means he'd been to a dentist. We work with the DNA specialist, so you've spoken with Dadner, and we were able to obtain a DNA profile. So we've got a really good sort of post-mortem record, if you want, of this individual, but he remains unidentified, which is terribly sad, and he has many features which should be identifiable, but because we don't have any sort of records of a missing person to match with, we can't do anything at this point.
What sort of picture did you get? Did you get sort of an age range?
Yeah, so he's a young, that is a male between, you know, I think it was 25 and 30 years old, Caucasoid. We gave him, you know, he wasn't a particularly interesting stature, you know, not unusually short or tall, but that, you know, he did have, as I mentioned, the evidence of the dental restorations. There was no evidence of trauma, probably not surprising given the association with the rope. So yeah, I guess it's just one of these sad stories where a young man, you know, ends up in that sort of situation but is still unidentified.